Hello everyone and welcome to the third podcast. My name is Dino and let's get right into it. So in this podcast, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions which I get in my emails every day. When I say to put out daily content and share value with your customers, people usually ask me what type of content should I put out. I'm a personal injury attorney, I want to work with bikers, what should I put out? You need to reverse engineer the whole thing. If you're working with bikers, put yourself in a position of a biker. What's your biggest concern? What do you want to know? Same thing with me. I put out content for lawyers. So for me to find out what to put out, I put myself in a position of a lawyer and I start thinking about it. If I was a lawyer, what would I like to know about marketing? And that's where content comes up. Also, you can tell stories. You had a client come in today and he's a biker and he fell off his bike and his insurance is telling him that it's his fault. So you can tell that as a story and give them some tips in case that happens to them. Question number 2. I post content daily but nobody's really engaging with it. So when that happens to you, what can you do to change it? It's pretty simple at the end. You can ask people, let's say you do video content, and let's say now I ask you if you have some other questions, comment down below, send me an email, call me, or do something like that. That's how you encourage your audience to interact with your content. You can also run a contest. Let's say first 10 comments get a free 20-minute consultation call or something like that. You can host a chat. So let's say you want to talk about some of your previous cases with one of your attorneys. You sit down, you set up a Facebook Live video, and you just chat about it. And there will be people coming in and asking you questions. The next question is, why should I invest in social media advertising? Social media is the key driver of traffic to your website. In other words, social media is your #1 source of leads. Also, social media influences buying behavior. So if people follow you on social media, if they interact with your pictures, if they like your posts, and one day you start selling something or they need your services, they're more likely to buy them or to hire you. Clients usually expect and appreciate support through social media. So if one of your clients, which is in your group, needs an advice, jump in, help them, and they will appreciate it. And at the end, all of your clients are on social media. No matter what type of law you practice, all of your clients are on social media. So that brings up the question, why is social media advertising better than other types of advertising? Why should I choose social media over SEO? Well, unlike SEO, you can see the results with social media within a month. Besides that, it helps SEO to rank you higher. And as I previously mentioned, all of your clients are on social media, so you really need to start putting your face in front of them. You need to start advertising on social media. So in my ebook, I mentioned that you need to email people daily and that you need to post at least once a day. So how often should you post for different social medias? So if you decided to post something on Twitter, you shouldn't post more than 3 tweets a day. The reason is because after that third tweet, the engagement just drops. Same thing with Facebook. After the second post, the engagement drops. There's less likes, less views, less comments. And that's not what we want. LinkedIn, you need to post once a day and keep that under 20 posts a month. So basically, you post once every weekday. If you decide to post in Google+, you should post 3 or more times a day. And actually, the more you post, it's better for you. But there's a little secret. If you post 5 times a day, so if you lower that to like 2 posts a day, you need to bring it up because Google+ loves the continuity. So if you post around noon every day and you skip it for a couple of days, your reach won't be the same because Google+ also loves the same frequency. At the end, if you have a blog and you want to post there, I recommend posting twice a week. You can post more, it brings you better results, but twice a week is fine. So with that said, the times you should post at, usually same as before, you need to reverse engineer the whole thing. Let's say you post for construction workers. So what time is construction worker on, let's say on social media? You post on Facebook, what time is that construction worker that will see your post on Facebook? So usually they're on social media in the mornings before they go to work, around noon when they have their lunch break, and evenings when they get home. Next question I got is, how should I deal with negative comments? So let's say you got a hateful comment from one of your past clients, or even someone that's never been your client. How should you deal with it? There are 3 simple guidelines you need to follow in order to deal properly with that negative review. You need to answer to it as soon as possible. You need to act friendly, personal, and you need to show them that you're being as helpful as possible. And the biggest rule of them all is to never argue. If you argue on that comment or review, you're putting out a bad image about yourself, and that is not what you want because that might result in getting less clients later on. So that's been it for this podcast. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.